But Harry NightMare, a very dominant player from CIS in Season 2. He was the highest point-earning player in CIS with Cover Up Sonya. Now, in last week's Challenger Cup, or is it this week's? Saturday's just gone by?
This previous Saturday.
Last week's Challenger Cup, Mr. Aquari playing Sonya actually defeated Foxy Grampa on the Xbox side of the Challenger Cup. Harry NightMare plays a very similar style to Mr. Aquari. So
very 50-50 heavy.
Do you think Foxy's actually going to sort of have that at the back of his mind? Because Sonya, there's no getting around it, is a really stressful character to fight.
Yeah, I mean, like, the one thing that I think might be matchup changing is if you block the 50-50, especially in cover ops, let's not forget that Sonya is a character, although when she's in cover ops, she is very 50-50 overhead low oriented. There are a lot of gaps there. Now, characters that have fast startup armor, like Melina with the meter burn bull roll, can get through those gaps extremely comfortably. However, obviously, it's not going to be the strongest thing on the planet because although there are gaps, you still have to block the 50-50 before you can take advantage of that gap on block. So the overhead low string she has, other things into military stance, cartwheel or whatever, have what we call gaps, which are basically you block it, and before one hit comes out and another one comes out, you can block the first hit and interrupt the string with an armored reversal before the string can finish. Cover Op Sonya has a lot of those. So the fast startup armor can, in many instances, blow straight through that if you block the 50-50 string first to even remotely take advantage.
So it's a question of abusing the situations after blocking a 50-50. So you don't let Sonya loop the 50-50 into itself again, but you have to block the 50-50 first, and that's where it boils down to. If you guess wrong every time, the best player in the world is going to lose to that, unless they're reading you well enough. So we've got Harry NightMare from CIS against Foxy Grampa from the UK. 60 points to 125. Now, this really brings us back down to the fundamental point of just the amount of placement points these guys have earned. We're in week 3. There is a total of 8 weeks, but we have so many diverse top 8s, and the placings are so erratic right now. It really is anyone's game to qualifying for the finals. So going out at 8th place is going to become more and more of a problem as we go through. But early, it is really dangerous, because Foxy Grampa is already sitting pretty at at least 125 points, because he's got himself 100 from last week and a minimum of 25 this week for his 8th placing. But if he wins again, that's 200 points. He's straight to the top of the leaderboard. But if he goes out now, then he's going to be under Sacron, because Sacron has already advanced on semi-finals. If Foxy goes out now, he's going to be under Sacron for a second week in a row, which is going to make his week 4 harder. So it really is all to play for right from the word go.
There is no getting around that with Season 3 of ESL, these matches are becoming so crucial, and not even being in top 8 is a comfort zone anymore. You have to place minimum top 4 to be sitting pretty in the points, especially this early on. So it's going to be PXP of Foxy Grampa, rocking Piercing Melina, and Harry NightMare going cover op Sonya, that tried and tested variation that put him as the #1 Russian seed.
Now, I say this quite a lot, but if Foxy can take game 1, I think he might take the whole set. But on the sort of reverse, I think if Harry NightMare's going to win the set, he has to get some games early, and not punishing Melina rolls is a really bad way of starting.
He's going to get the delayed back 1 there, I believe. No, the back 2, I think. Whatever that string is, I can't remember. He's going to go in for the dive kick. That's going to be a full combo into a restand, which is going to eliminate any form of wake up. However, we did see Scar fight Saltface. Melina can very easily armor break Sonya's wake up game.
And that was ethereal. This is Piercing, just has the meter burn baller as well. Harry NightMare tries to break early. I mean, I think that may have been a bit of a frustration break, because when he had the ability to, he decided not to. But he did try at the start, and when you've got that much of a life deficit, it's not worth it. A wonderful meter burn parry. Harry NightMare on point.
Let's not forget the cover ops. When you meter burn the parry, she does get a full combo, but this is Melina we're talking about, and she is going to have lots of breakers available. Oh no, I don't think I agree with a read like that. That's a full combo waiting to happen.
Now, it's dangerous, right? Because if you get the read correct and you hit the back 1 too, then it should make Foxy hesitate. But if you whiff it like he did, he's just going to hit you with the move you tried to parry in the first place for 35%.
I love Foxy with the standing there. Comes the jump again. Harry NightMare jumping a little bit too much, and now he finds himself in a bit of a tricky situation. And there comes the Blanche. Could have been a Blanche-tality. And there we go. Nice delay there. That's going to be a full combo. Foxy in with the break though, because Melina amazing parry!
Harry NightMare with the reads, wonderful stuff, big damage. Foxy doesn't have a breaker. Is Harry NightMare going to make a comeback off this? Gets the knockdown.
See it. And he's going to get the meat burn low. Wake up, regular low. I mean, if that worked out, that would have been a top 5 play without a shadow of a doubt. The parry to catch the dive kick, but unfortunately, one read too many right at the end.
Now, let's quickly run that back. Let's get a quick rewind. Wake up low, Sai. Why? because Harry NightMare did a parry to make that final read. The parry would have beaten wake up dive kick. It would have beat wake up straight side. It would have beat wake up roll. It would have beat wake up back one. It would have beat wake up throw. It would have beat everything but wake up low side.
And wake up meter burn roll when Harry NightMare is that low away on health. I mean, wake up meter burn roll was the obvious option. It would have done sufficient chip. Foxy knew that. Harry NightMare knew that. Foxy Grampa calling that play right at the very end with the one move that parry wouldn't have got around. Fantastic play. But I respect the attempt from Harry NightMare.
I mean, I completely understand it. I completely understand why he'd do it. It was a wonderful situation for the opponent to be in a panic situation. Like, you're making a comeback. They don't want you to do that.
I'll be honest though.
Demolition from Harry NightMare though. This is new.
I'm not sure I agree with Harry NightMare using a down 2 to get out of that stagger. I mean, there is a million and one things Melina's going to do to chew up that kind of down 2 attempt. And she's just going to back 1-2.
Now this thing, Harry NightMare is not getting that grenade reloaded in the neutral. I'm not sure if this pick was right. He needs to get a knockdown and sacrifice damage for the reload because he is not going to get it in the neutral.
A lot of jump backs though to try and contest that armor break. Oh, Foxy going to get it again. Here comes the plus frames. Staggers it, gets another down 2.
Only just reloads the grenades, manages to get it down 2 and only just gets it.
Oh, there's the meter burn reversal. He's not going to build a break in time. Foxy tries to go for the anti-break. Does not matter. He is going to take round 1 of game 2 against Harry NightMare.
Now, Harry NightMare has an X-ray. Anyone that's even remotely paid attention to Harry NightMare's escapades in the Pro League knows that Harry NightMare with an X-ray means Harry NightMare's probably going to parry you.
But I mean, you're fighting Melina. Nice step back to whiff punish. That's one of the things Melina is going to do. The back 1-2 on block. Small step back and whiff punishing your low poke attempt.
Wow.
Nice anti-air from Foxy. Slightly too far away to get the follow-up.
I mean, Foxy will take that. That was his last bar. He's not going to approach a breaker before this match is over, but Melina, on the other hand, builds so much bar. Oh, wow! Not ready for it. Foxy drops the combo, but will get fully punished, but no grenades. I mean, there's only so much Harry NightMare can get out of this at the moment.
Oh, no. Foxy a little bit too preemptive with that roll. Has another breaker. Melina with so many breaks in a round, and that's a full combo punish. Foxy ready for that.
And that's going to be 35% into restand. Really difficult now. Low side meter burn. There's the 50-50 of... Actually, it hasn't got a meter to burn. Wow, that should have just been a straight low block. I thought Foxy had a bar left and it was going to be a 50-50 of back 1-2 into low or overhead roll.
Easy mistake to make. I mean, Melina does build meter like a complete madwoman.
I mean, I guess I'm just accustomed to seeing Melina with a bar at all times. Because she builds it so effectively. You always have to block back 1-2 unless... You just have the normals to contest at that range, whereas, I don't know, I'm not sure if I agree with the Demolition pick. I think Cover Ops was definitely the better choice. I'm not quite sure why he so quickly chose to go to Demolition. Like, Cover Ops was, he almost made an amazing comeback using the parry that you only get in Cover Ops.
The parry seems like a quite strong tool in this matchup. However, I think it's just, I mean, parries in general in this game are such a double-edged sword. They can get you such mileage, however, they're so punishable when they recover. Oh,
wow,
the running grab!
Run into throw. That was risky stuff, brave stuff, but Foxy managing to just keep his mental game just so strong to do things like that. Because that's a hard read, you know, going straight in for a grab. There's a million and one things that they can do to stop you from doing that.
But Melina is going to get away with quite a few running grabs because, I mean, that right here, the conditioning of the screen, playing that zoning game with the size.
I think Harry NightMare's kind of just throwing the kitchen sink at him at this point, just going to hope that something sticks. I mean, all these wake-up parries, I'm not quite sure why. Unless he just expects Foxy to sit there and he's trying to build meter on wake up maybe, but might just get... Harry NightMare just... I think he's just checked out at this point.
I think he's a little bit flustered, no doubt about it. Oh, and he's going to get the trip guard. Foxy not ready. He's going to save the bar and not commit into any kind of full combo whatsoever. And there's another trip guard. I mean, Harry NightMare's just getting mauled at this point.
I'm not sure there's much you can do to really turn the momentum because Foxy is such a meter burn parry from full screen. Like, I'm not quite sure what Harry NightMare's hoping to do here.
That's going to hurt. Has to break. That would have been an easy 35% on a punish. And there's the wake up regular roll. Has going to get full combo because he is in cover ops. Not much
okay, if Foxy chooses not to break, it's because he wants to kill you with that bar.
Oh, and he punishes the low. Foxy ready for it. Very unfortunate. That really is the bane of cover ops. Your 50-50s are unsafe on block.
Now, are we going to see another sack run situation where Foxy's just going to start messing with him at this point?
Oh, no. He might do. Harry NightMare having a really hard time. Foxy just waiting it out, not overextending or giving him any time. Gets the... He's going to parry that. He's going to go for it.
No, missed the dive kick. Harry NightMare.
No.
Costly drop. Going for... I mean, he needs to stop doing that. Like, straight up. That's just not going to work, and that's going to be game. Ooh. And he doesn't drop it this time. Foxy gets the brutality. A straight 3-0. Harry NightMare just... Honestly, I really don't know what he was doing at the end there. Those parries were just not the answer. And what a pose by Melina.
And that is the patented Harry. I believe that's the patented Harry NightMare. As soon as the set is over, win or lose, just turns his console off, and we go to the next game.
I mean, that was dominating, a really, really dominating fashion. And I think we are going to not have a break here, guys. We normally break off between quarterfinals and semis, but due to the, the slow start we had due to connection issues, we are going to go straight into the first semi-final after we've finished.
I mean, I'd rather waste no time. This is going to be Madzin versus Sacron for our first semi-final of the night, which does mean that your top 4 for tonight is going to be Sacron, Madzin, Irish Mantis, and PXP of Foxy Grampa.
Irish Mantis is having a good show, man. I mean, his first top 8, and he managed to at least get 4th, so he's bagged himself $100 and at least 50 placement points. Now, 12th place on the leaderboards has about 25. I believe Lord Spinal was 12th, tied 12th with a couple of people, but 50 points in your first week. If you can get 50 every week, that's going to put you in a really good situation. But here's the replay.
Oh,
now
that parry. I mean, if that was a comeback into the round, I definitely would have said that was a top 5 play material.
Now,
because,
no.
oh my days,
that entire sequence was just amazing for so many reasons. It was the meter burn parry read to start it off, the cool combo to get the corner carry, the read on the parry, and your opponent doing the one thing which is completely outside the box, knowing you're going to do that, and that's his only option. I love it. I love everything about that moment, and I'm really happy we got that.
It was read after read after read after read. Now, unfortunately, I think, you said that you think if Foxy wins the first game, he may win the set. Harry NightMare definitely seemed to get put a little bit on tilt by the end of this.
I mean, throwing out that many parries to me shows more desperation than a read.
I know, I mean, it's a situation where, because it starts up so quickly, yes, if Melina goes for back-to-back back 1-2s, or if she presses a button afterwards, then, you are going to get a combo for it into a good situation. But, I mean, this is Foxy Grampa we're talking about, where he doesn't really ever overextend. I mean, Melina is a character that at no point really needs to overextend into anything, especially when she has the life lead. Foxy wasn't going to give Harry NightMare that opportunity. Like, he wasn't just going to